So, back again, and I'm actually gonna do some gardening. Yay, springtime. This is the garden area. So there's like these rows here in between, and I've dug up in between the rows, flipped the grass over on top of where the actual rows are now. So you're like doubling the topsoil, and the idea is that you kill most of the grass, but you can see like here I kind of have a strip that's still, you can see here that I still have a strip that's, I'm gonna pull this black plastic off, which basically the idea of the black plastic is to kill the grass as well, because you're just kind of smothering it basically, and it also keeps moisture and all kinds of other stuff underneath the soil, or underneath the black plastic. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but, and it'll bring like worms in and keep the soil layers intact. So, you know, a lot of people get the idea that's like, when you're gardening, you should just go get a tiller and then just go at your lawn with the tiller. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but a lot of the microbes in the ground do not like oxygen, anaerobic. So, I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but you kind of stir them up, and then it kills all of the microbacteria in the soil, which is really not good. That's actually like one of the most important things. At least that's what they say on the interwebs. And they're always right, right? I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but. So I'm not really sure how this is gonna work. So, there you go. You have 3 garden rows. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but yeah. So this will hopefully be the beginnings of the garden here. Over here you can kind of see I laid out a bunch of cardboard, and another way you can start stuff is by laying out cardboard and then putting compost on top of the cardboard. So the cardboard smothers the grass, and then the compost is kind of on top of that. So I don't know if I'm going to get enough compost to cover all that cardboard. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but compost is not cheap, and I'm not making very much of it right now because we're just using like garden or house waste, so you don't really get very much. This area I'm going to grow corn and pumpkins probably, and probably what I'm going to do over there is just put compost like in one area. I'm going to take that, well, maybe, I don't know, I might probably take the cardboard up, because hopefully it's killed some of the grass, and then just put a pile of compost down and then put a pumpkin seed in it. And that'll probably do it, because last year I didn't even plant the pumpkins that I grew. I just was putting the like pumpkin rind from the year before in the ground, because it can compost. Like, it's better to just put stuff in the ground if you can. So I just put it in the ground, and there happened to be some seeds, and I had these massive pumpkin plants come up. That were super prolific. That's probably what I actually grew most last year, was pumpkins, and I didn't even plant the seed. So I'm not too worried about the pumpkins not having the most ideal growing condition. The corn I got, some kind of hybrid corn. It has like this crazy coating on it, which is probably terrible for the environment, which kind of goes against, you know, some things I'm doing here. But I haven't ever grown corn before, so, you know, use technology to make it successful the first time, and then go forward, maybe use a different type of corn. But I'm not too worried about that corn either, because I feel like that stuff will probably just grow wherever. Also, these are 2 of the dogs, and that is a Roundup container that doesn't contain Roundup, don't worry. I know you were worried about that Roundup, Ben. I could see it in your eyes. You were like, whoa, that guy has Roundup? I thought he said he wanted to be sustainable. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but that's Rosie. That's Freckles. She doesn't like people. And then we're just gonna keep talking and walking. Have fun editing this, Ben. You said you want more footage, so I'm giving you more footage. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but the grass is actually green. There's also another dog in the house. So me and my wife, who is not actually a tractor, and we got a puppy. Jesus, all kinds of things are sliding around. We got a puppy like 2 weeks ago, and we're both very tired because like last night he got up 4 times, and it's a lot. So eventually Kathleen will be in one of these videos. Don't know when, but I guess I could fake it. That might be kind of funny. I mean, and I'm not an expert on this, but